let's get into some hip hop stuff. And I said, baby, I had a lot of things to do. I said, I got another hip hop thing that I need to do over because it was messed up. But let's get into this mess of the mess right now, and then I'll be back with y'all with another hip hop mess right after this one. But let's get into it. So let's get into some stuff. We had a lot of things going on. I said this week been a little crazy with a lot of back and forth here, there, and the third. And we got Cardi. Excuse me, we got Cardi B. So apparently, Cardi been on a little back and forth thing with a lot of different people, and apparently a recording got released, and so it seemed like Ice Spice then dropped a diss track allegedly giving a little snippet of her coming for Cardi. I said, girl, what? All because the stuff that went on between Cardi and JT, then Cardi and Nicki, and then a video, then a phone recording of Ice Spice manager and Cardi on the phone got leaked all of a sudden, but it was only a short clip of what? Of Cardi going off and calling out a lot of people's names, like Lotto. She threw Lotto in there, stuff like that. And so Ice Spice then came back out and allegedly posted something promoting a new song. I said, like, yeah, girl. I said, that don't look too good. But do we believe that? I said, the diss track do sound like she talking about Cardi. But I said, you and Cardi don't have no beef. It's like, you're allowed to talk your ish and what like that. But if you really don't have any beef with anybody, I don't see the point of really doing something like that. But that's just me. Let me know how y'all feel about it. But I say I'm here for the mess. I love a little good TT. But let's move on past that. Let's get into Tyrese. So Atlanta police is looking for him. There's a warrant for his arrest and his dog too. So apparently his dog did kill the neighbor's dog, which is so sad and terrible. An innocent little dog got you might as well say got shanked out by another dog. So apparently in the neighborhood, excuse me, neighborhood the neighbor's been telling that his dog just run free. Yes, around the neighborhood, and people are very afraid, been very scared and afraid for their safety and their pets. And one of his neighbors' pets ended up dying because his one of his dogs actually attacked the dog. And now the police actually then got a warrant to search his house and a warrant for his arrest, him and the dog arrest. And when they searched the house, him and the dog had already fled the scene. They nowhere to be found. And you notice if you because of this went down, we ain't seen Tyrese. He ain't been on the internet crying. He ain't been on the internet doing his little this, that, and the third, what song he think he should have been covering because he would have did his thing to that song. He been a little MIA. So where you at, Tyrese? Where your dog? Who you didn't gave it to? But that's what's going on there. Let me know how y'all feel about it. Cause I said, Tyrese, I said, huh. So your dog is unhinged just like you? Wow. Explains a lot. But let's move on past that. Let's get into Swizz Beatz. So Swizz Beatz then got himself caught up in some mess where he tried to get out of a he tried to get himself taken out of a lawsuit that is going on. So him and another company that he had actually um went into business with actually have done apparently a wire fraud has been going on where a 7.3 million. Yes, I said, oh, I don't know what's going on. I hope it seemed like if you're trying to get yourself removed from it and on top of that get yourself dismissed from this case, then a part of it must be true. But I hopefully he get everything worked out, because he got kids. He do got a wife, you know, and you know, it's a little sad, but you should have been checking your T's and dotting your I's and really researching who you was getting in business with because something don't seem right. But let me know what y'all feel about it. Let's move on to the next. Let's get into. So we got Cardi. Cardi is back again. So Cardi ended up coming out after that big old Ice Spice manager situation. Recording got released of her and him going off and telling how she felt. So she came back to give a public apology to Lotto because you know she loved Lotto and she respect Lotto and what Lotto have been doing and everything. And she said, you know, she had a moment where, you know, it was just she threw jabs. You know, it wasn't nothing personal or anything like that. But she said she's big enough to come out and apologize when she need to apologize. And I said, that's big enough, you know, to see that. You know, we know another person, you know, Nikki ain't gonna do none of that because she the queen. But you know, I'm just being silly. But that's all that I got for y'all today. But let's see what's going on in the chat before I get up out of here. Um, let's see. Somebody talking about some warrants. Okay. I don't need that. Warrants. Okay. Trump. I said, what the hell Trump got to do with this? Alrighty. Y'all having side notes. But that's all that I got for y'all today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Like, share, subscribe, and join the channel. And I will get back at y'all later. Bye, y'all.